Hello, I am Professor Joe Chan, and I am here to tell you a little bit about what you can expect to study in my course on investment analysis. The title of the course is a bit of a misnomer because the word investment can refer to a wide variety of activities. In particular, in the introductory core finance course, you studied investments into various projects by companies. That was the whole NPV is the present value of all cash flow stuff. And you also studied whether to finance these projects with bonds or stocks and what to do with cash. This area of study that you got in core finance is often referred to as corporate finance. The course on investment analysis, sometimes referred to as investments, takes a different perspective. Rather than thinking about what a company would do, we take the perspective of what an individual consumer would do. Now, if this consumer decides to not spend money today but chooses to save money, she has to put this money somewhere. She could just put this money in cash, or she could invest this money in instruments like these stocks and bonds. And there could be a whole other categories of investment vehicles to choose from. In a nutshell, investment is the study of this process. This course covers 4 major topics in investments. First, what does the investment universe look like? We know that cash is fairly safe, but it has very low returns. On the other hand, bonds have higher returns but also carries risk. Stocks provide even greater returns but carries even greater risk. Moreover, it's not just stocks and bonds of one company, but there are many stocks and many bonds of many companies to choose from. We will spend some time quantifying expected returns and risks of these various instruments. Second, once we know what the investment universe looks like, we discuss how to decide where to put our money. This process is called asset allocation. We could put all of our money into stocks, or we could put all of our money into bonds, or we could diversify our money into both stocks and bonds, or even into any one of these other investment categories. We can even put our money into cash, or borrow cash and use leverage to put even more money to work. Asset allocation is the process of deciding how to spread out our money into these various categories. Third, once we decide how much money to put into stocks or any of these other investment categories, we need to decide exactly which stocks to invest into. This process is called stock selection. Within stocks, there are many possible companies, like the one that makes gizmos, Apple, Tesla, General Motors, Bank of America, Walmart, thousands of choices. Or we can buy a broad index like the S&P 500. Stock selection is the process of deciding which individual investments we should make. Fourth, once we go through this process, we discuss how likely we are to do well and beat the market, and how do we evaluate our performance. The market, especially the stock market, is a competitive environment. We would like to be able to invest well, but how likely is it that we are going to have an above average performance? After all, the average investor is, well, average. The materials studied here will certainly be relevant for your own investment portfolio as you save money throughout your life. But it will also be relevant anytime you need to provide financial advice to anyone in the future. This may happen not only for friends and families, but in corporate or state pension funds, or within endowments, in financial planning work, and certainly if you pursue a career in banking or fund management. In fact, in business schools that have tracks in finance, investments is generally considered to be a required introductory course in finance. If you have any further questions about my course, please feel free to contact me at any time.